Hi friends! Do you like walking in the woods? Well, this song is a really fun song about some of the things that you might see when you walk in the woods. And here are the signs for the song. The first thing that we see might be a woodpecker. And the sign for wood is put your palm across, your palm goes down, and then we're going to do the sign for bird, and then with your X hand and your thumb closed, you're going to peck, like their beak is pecking on, and this is like your log, okay? And the sign for walk, you're going to put your palms down and just twist your wrist like that and go forward, walking in the woods. And you're going to take the sign for tree with your 5 hand, open 5, and then twist it. And then for woods, you're going to go across your arm because there's many, many trees. All right? And sometimes if you're walking by yourself, you can just do the index hand like this, or walking with your feet like that. All right, so the second thing we might see walking in the woods would be 2 turtles. And the sign for turtle is you take your A hand and you cover it with your other hand, and your thumb is like the head of the turtle. It wiggles. And then they're crawling. So they're crawling slowly. You take your bent V hand and move forward because they're going really slow. All right, the next thing we might see are 3 things, but we don't know what they are. And this number 3 in ASL, you use your thumb. And the sign for things, your palm is up, and you just bounce them forward. 3 things, didn't know what they were. You take your F hand, and you go across your forehead. It's also the ASL sign for clueless. Have no idea. All right, the next thing we might see are 4 frogs. And the sign for frog is you're going to take your 3 hand, and then your thumb is on top, and you're flicking it forward, but you're going to flick it under your chin. Frogs. And the frogs are jumping, and so the sign for jumping is you take your V hand and you jump like you're actually, these are like your feet, and you're jumping. Okay? All right, the next thing we might see are 5 ferns growing on a bank, I think. Okay, so 5 ferns, and the sign for fern or leaf, you're going to take your 5 hand, your index hand touches the bottom of your wrist here, and you wiggle it, and then they're growing. So you could take your O hand and your C hand and open it up. See, they're growing, 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 and they're going to get really tall, so you can make your arm go all the way up, growing. All right, and then the last thing we might see are 6 snakes. So the number 6 in ASL is your pinky and your thumb, and the sign for snake is your bent V hand shape again, and you just swirl them forward because they crawl on the ground like that. All right? And then the last part is I go walking in the woods because I like walking in the woods. And the sign for like is your open 5 hand, and then you just bring it forward to your 8 hand shape, and then sign walk in the woods. All right, let's go walking in the woods. Sing it and sign it with me. Here we go.